Good day friends and welcome. Today, I will be showing off my new series of ship models in 1:700 scale. I decided to shift from 1:400 to 1:700 scale due to space constraints of storing these models. We'll start off with this model of MV Misamis Occidental of William Lines. This ship plied the Philippine seas during the late 70s to the mid-90s. I was lucky enough to see her back in 1994 at the port of Tagbilaran City, Bohol. Anyway, this model is made mostly out of wooden materials, ice cream sticks, metals, coconut straws among others. The ice cream sticks were stacked to form the hull and the superstructure of the model. The masts and boom cranes were made out of wood, metals, and coconut straws. Sadly, there are paint chips below because of the material I used to store the model. I can say that these model is more detailed than those I made before in 1:400 scale. There you go. MV Misamis Occidental in 1:700 scale. Moving along to the next ship model is MV Don Juan of Negros Navigation. I used the same materials as the previous model. However, this model is more detailed. The windows and markings are printed on a photo paper and glued to the model. Unlike my previous series of ship models, I used Tamiya paints for the decks and other colors on top of a can spray acrylic paint. A brief history: the MV Don Juan was a ship of Negros Navigation Company. She started her career as a liner in the Philippines in the early 70s. On one of her voyage from Manila to Bacolod, she was struck by a tanker, Tacloban City of the Philippine National Oil Company on the night of April 22, 1980 near the island of Mista de Campo in Tablas Strait. She sank with a handful of casualties. A sad end to a beautiful liner. Our next model is MV Sweet Faith of Sweet Lines Inc. As one can see, there are more details than the previous model. The windows now are both printed and carved out from the wooden structure itself. Chairs, ladders, life rafts, lifeboats and davits among others are installed on the model. Hand railings and flags are also a highlight on this model, although they were also installed on the previous model. Sweet Faith is a luxury liner that came to Sweet Lines in the early 70s. This liner made Sweet Lines not only as a legit liner shipping company in the Philippines but also as one of the top. As a liner company, Sweet Lines was a relative latecomer in this field as they only ascended to this in 1965. As beautiful and graceful liner, she was still retired from her duties and scrapped on the early 80s. Now we've come to the last model of Wave 1. The infamous MV Doña Paz. I made this with the same materials as the previous model on the series. As you noticed, the windows are now mostly carved out of the wooden structures as opposed to the printouts. Although, the windows on the bridge and front superstructure are still printed out. You can also see that there are windows inside the inner deck of the ship. One feature that were missing on the previous models. Here is MV Sweet Faith for size comparison. They are both on the same scale. I also made her lower hull. Another feature unique from the previous models. I thought of this gimmick so that I could display the model on her full hull, or display her just like as if she was floating on the sea. Speaking of display, I also made a display stand for the model. Another feature missing from the previous models. MV Doña Paz was a Japanese-built and Philippine passenger ferry that sank after it collided with the oil tanker Vector on December 20, 1987. With a death toll of over 4,000 people and only 26 survivors, it remains to be the deadliest peacetime maritime disaster in history. Well, there you have it. Wave 1 of my 1 is to 700 scale model series. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very soon for more of these ship models. Have a good day.